to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I make these videos you watch every week. This was actually a requested video, which kind of made me laugh because I don't think it's much of a secret that my YouTube videos are very low budget. But then it started to get me thinking that a lot of people out there may be thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but not having the funds or thinking they don't have the funds to do that. So I thought I would share my process because honestly, it is very low budget. And if it helps even one person start their own YouTube channel, then I think that'll have been super worth it. So here it is, how I go about making each of my videos in a step-by-step process. So to start, as I said, I don't have any sort of budget for my YouTube videos. I don't do sponsorships, I don't get paid by YouTube, although that is the ultimate goal, I'm not quite there yet. I also didn't buy any equipment going into this adventure. The one thing I have put money towards, and I would actually recommend anyone who is trying to start up a YouTube channel, is a tripod. You can find a variety of tripods of all sorts of shapes, sizes, and prices with just a quick Google search online. I started out with a cute little bendable tabletop tripod, which worked really great when I was just beginning this journey, and I have since upgraded to also not inexpensive. Like, I think it cost me maybe $30 tops, and even then I think it was only $20. A longer, adjustable, and also more compact if I want it to be tripod, which, and this has been a really big game changer, a ring light. Right now, I am actually filming this video at night, so it is dark out and I don't have a source of light from my windows, but you can still see me super clearly because I do have my ring light shining on me from my tripod. This tripod also has an area where you can easily clip in your phone, and it's super convenient. If you guys are interested, I will link both of my tripods down in the description below, so be sure to check it out. So obviously the start of any video usually begins with a brainstorming session. I am constantly using the Notes app on my iPhone to keep track of any ideas I have that I think would make entertaining YouTube videos. I also think it's a great idea to keep an eye out for what's trending, what challenges are people doing, what videos are other people coming out with that seem to be getting a lot of attention. This has worked for me in the past, especially with my lift and carry challenge video that I did with Ian. And this is just a great way to start to get, attention for your channel. At the end of the day, though, you should really film what you want to film. And I'll be the first to say that if you have a very specific niche that people are interested in, you'll find an audience in no time. But definitely keep an eye out for what is popular, what does get attention right now, and that might be a good place to start for your videos. When it comes to filming, I solely use my iPhone. I have the iPhone XS, which is not the newest model, but in my opinion, shoots really great quality footage. It definitely doesn't do as well in darker settings, but as long as you have a nice source of light, I love shooting by windows during the daytime, for example, then I find videos come out great and honestly work well for what I'm going for. I do want to say that if you're going to shoot with an iPhone, make sure you're always recording in a horizontal fashion. Otherwise, when you're editing and uploading, your videos will look very narrow and you'll have a lot of black spaces on the side of them. If I were to put money into this hobby, I think the first thing I would consider buying would be a nice camera, just because it's the main tool you're using when making your videos, and there are certain annoyances that come with using something like an iPhone. For example, I can't flip the camera around in the middle of recording. So right now, while I'm recording me, and that's all well and fine because I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, if I wanted to shoot what was in front of me, I would have to stop this recording, flip the camera around, start recording again, which honestly could just interrupt the whole process. But again, if you're just getting started on this, it's not a very big issue, and I've found that it hasn't stopped me from making the videos I want to make. While recording whatever video it is you're creating, I think it's really important to include certain calls to action. For example, at the end of my videos, as I'm sure you've noticed, I always ask people to comment, like, and subscribe. This just reminds people that they can do things, if they liked your video enough, to help you grow as a creator. And keeping that reminder in your video just puts it at the forefront of your audience's mind and just makes it easier all around. After I finish recording a video, I also like to take some photos that I can use for a thumbnail later on, which I will also get into on how I create those as well. Once I have all my recorded footage, I've gotten all my ideas onto the camera, that's when I'll start getting into the editing process. So to get my footage and any pictures I've taken for my video from my phone onto my laptop, I typically use the AirDrop app. I think it's super convenient, super easy. It doesn't have any cables or anything else, necessary. But if you don't have that option, you can always plug your phone into the computer and just move the files right over. From there, I solely use iMovie. Again, I haven't put any money into this hobby. I started it out just for fun. And iMovie comes already downloaded on any Apple laptop. I do think Windows laptops also have their own basic video editing software, but I'm not entirely certain what it is. I only really use Apple products, so that's all I can really speak to. But iMovie has been fantastic. I know tons of other vloggers who also use iMovie, even though their videos are more professional than mine are. iMovie is just such a reliable and easy to use movie editing software that it really covers all the bases. Obviously, it doesn't have as many options as, say, an Adobe movie editing software would, but for being a free video editing software, you can put in titles, you can put in transitions, there's a green screen feature, you can speed up or slow down your footage. Really, it can be as complex or as simple as you want it to be. And I have found when using iMovie, Google is my best friend. There are so many tutorials out there that you can really do anything you need or want to do with your video just by looking up how to do it on Google. At the end of the day though, I really recommend iMovie for beginners because again, it's very straightforward, easy to use, and it's free. Another really important aspect, in my opinion, for videos is the music, especially if you have something like a montage sequence and the sound isn't exactly the best quality or not even important. I think music is super important. This is where dating a musician has definitely been a benefit to me. I solely use Ian McFarland's music. Shameless promotion, go check out Ian McFarland's music on Spotify and iTunes. But using Ian's music, which I have permission to use from the direct artist, saves me a lot of trouble with copyright. You really can't use any artist's music that you like, unfortunately, but at the same time, kind of fortunately, because those artists also want to get paid. If you do upload a video with music that YouTube finds and realizes it doesn't belong to you, they will put a warning up on your video and they might even take it down if they decide it really goes against their copyright rules and regulations. However, there is a lot of public domain music on the internet. All you have to do is go look for it. It may not be exactly what you wanted, but personally, I think any kind of music just to grab people's attention and keep them interested is better than awkward long silence or worse, completely inaudible, senseless static. After I have my entire video done, it looks great, I've watched through it and taken out all the bugs and all the awkward pauses and anything I don't want to be in the final cut, I will export that video out of iMovie and start uploading it to YouTube. This is where I'll start to make my thumbnail for my video. Honestly, I have so much fun making my thumbnails. I think it's a great part to really show your creativity and just really have fun with it. As I said earlier, I do typically take some photos after filming just to make sure I have something relevant that looks like it goes with the video so that I can use that as my thumbnail later on. To make my thumbnail, I will go to the website picmonkey.com and use their free membership option to edit whatever photos I have taken and make them look how I want them to look. PicMonkey is a fantastic tool. Like iMovie, I know a lot of other more serious vloggers than myself who also use this to make their thumbnails. It does have an option to upgrade and start paying for a membership, in which case you'll get a few more options for whatever it is you're trying to do. But even with the free version, you still have all sorts of access to basic edits such as lighting and color changes and those kinds of things. They also have options for slight Photoshop such as blemish fixing or teeth whitening. I don't typically go into that section a whole lot because I don't think Photoshop is really good for anyone's self-esteem, but there are certainly times where if I notice I have a stain on my shirt, I'll be like, oh, let me just clean that up real quick with PicMonkey. And then on top of that, they also have an option to insert any text you want, and they have a whole variety of fonts, which is super fantastic. They also have a lot of basic emoji or little graphic pictures, which is super fun to just kind of spice up your thumbnail however you'd like to. I typically try and include some sort of attention-grabbing catchphrase on my thumbnails just to get people to click on the video and be like, ooh, what is this? You really don't have to get super dramatic with these. It's good to just stick to what your video is about and make it sound as exciting as it is. If it's exciting to you, it'll be exciting to other people. For example, as you can see on this video, I chose phrases such as tips and tricks for beginner vloggers or how to edit on a low budget. These types of things will grab people's attentions and get them to watch your video, which is what you want. If you did want more complex emojis or graphics to overlay on your thumbnail than PicMonkey offers, I have definitely gone on Google and downloaded certain emojis with a transparent background, which is something you can Google specifically, and you'll usually find a good amount of results. Or PicMonkey has this really great option to erase sections of a photo however you'd like, which is a little more time consuming, but ultimately can be worth it to make your thumbnail look exactly how you want it to be. Now back to the uploading video on YouTube. When it comes to your title, just like the phrases on your thumbnail, you're gonna want something catchy and attention-grabbing so people will wanna watch your video. I have found that including words at the beginning such as how to can definitely help get people more interested in what it is you're trying to show or teach. In your video description, be sure to include all other links to any other social media platforms you're trying to drive your audience towards. And again, utilize those calls to action. Ask your viewers to like the video, to comment, and to subscribe. That's what's going to get you an audience that sticks around and continues to watch and enjoy your videos. I also like to include a variety of tags that are relevant to my video, just so it'll pop up in the search engine if someone were to search something that I have tagged under my video. After you've done all that fun stuff, YouTube also gives you an option to include certain tags and links at the end of your video that can direct people to other channels you may have on YouTube, other videos you have, or playlists you've created of your videos. Creating playlists once you have a decent amount of videos up on your YouTube channel is also a great way to direct traffic back to your YouTube channel. I have playlists such as relationships, travel, how to handle life during quarantine, and things like that. Last but not least, I think it's really important to promote your video on all your other social media. I mean, you worked this hard to make this video and share it with YouTube, so you should share it to the rest of your audience on all your other socials as well. It only makes sense. So I hope this video helped you guys learn a little bit on how I go about making my YouTube videos, everything from brainstorming to filming to editing to creating thumbnails and sharing it everywhere else. In the comments, let me know if you learned anything about making YouTube videos, or better yet, let me know if you have any other tips and tricks, because I am also continuing to learn all the time and trying to get better at this craft. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos, as well as give this video a big thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!